The only way this ends, my friend, is for somebody in Russia to take this guy out.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about what you just saw, which was the infamous neocon Lindsey Graham threatening to kill Vladimir Putin, the president of the Russian Federation. Now, I got to be specific. I got to be exact. He didn't really say that he would pull the trigger, meaning Lindsey Graham wouldn't go over there and bring his weapon and go shoot Vladimir Putin. He's not saying that. He's saying that somebody else should do it because that'd be a great service to Russia, to Ukraine, and the entire world. But that's got to be the dumbest thing that I've heard in this entire Russia-Ukraine conflict. And I've heard quite a few crazy things. I've seen quite a few false stories, fake narratives. But that right there has got to be right at the very top, if not the most ridiculous thing I've heard in this entire conflict. And quite frankly, over the past few years in general, that's got to be right there at the top, because not only would that not help Ukraine, it'd damage the entire world, not just Russia, not just Ukraine, not just the U.S., because Lindsey Graham said it, but the entire planet would suffer because of a thing like what Lindsey Graham is suggesting. Now, before I go any further, let's roll two clips. First, we're going to see the full clip that you just saw at the very beginning, and then we're going to see another clip from back in 2016 that give you some context here so you kind of understand why he would say something like that. But after we get done with those, I'll come back. I'll talk about what was said there. Then I'll give you the rest of my 2 cents and my deep, detailed analysis. And then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
How does this end? Somebody in Russia has to step up to the plate. Is there Brutus in Russia? Is there a more successful Colonel Stauffenberg in the Russian military? The only way this ends, my friend, is for somebody in Russia to take this guy out. You would be doing your country a great service and the world a great service. Your fight is our fight.
Ваша боротьба – це наша боротьба.
2017 will be the year of offense.
Рік 2017 рік буде ріком нападу.
All of us will go back to Washington and we will push the case against Russia.
Ми всі повернемося до Вашингтону і ми будемо відстоювати санкції проти Росії.
Enough of a Russian aggression.
Досить вже російської агресії.
It is time for them to pay a heavier price.
Час вже щоб вони заплатили важчу ціну.
I believe you will win. I am convinced you will win, and we will do everything we can to provide you with what you need to win.
Я вірю в те, що ви виграєте, переможете. Я переконаний в тому, що ви переможете, і ми вам допоможемо всіма можливими засобами.
Це те ж саме гільзи з ворожих БМП, які розмальовані художництвом Бердянська.
З Новим роком, дорогі мої!
All right, so you saw that, you heard that. Now, there's a lot I need to say here. First of all, you saw John McCain in that clip, and I've been the guy that says I don't like John McCain. I'm glad he's gone. It is what it is. People say, oh, you're insensitive and you're mean and you're rude and he's dead now. But the reason why people love Trump to this day, well, part of the reason, there's many reasons, but one of the main reasons was he is not the kind of guy that's going to go invade other countries, start wars around the world, kill innocent people, drone strikes and all that kind of stuff. That's not his style. Okay, there was no new wars under President Trump, and for a reason. His whole thing was diplomacy, trying to be friends with Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un, even Xi Jinping to a certain extent, although there was tariffs and whatnot. It's like, okay, we need to be more friendly and cooperate and negotiate and strike deals rather than just trying to go fight, because who does fighting help, really? Okay, you get innocent civilians dead. America looks terrible. We spend a bunch of money. We go into debt for what? For oil, for gas, for other nations that are not us, that can't really benefit us in the real financial way. Like, what's going on? Okay, so one of the main things was we don't want to get any kind of war, any kind of foreign conflicts, any new wars. That was really important. Trump was about that. People like John McCain, Mitt Romney, Lindsey Graham, who else? Nikki Haley, all these neocons, Council of Foreign Relations, World Economic Foundation people, they do not have our best interests at heart. John McCain was one of them. Lindsey Graham, obviously the same thing. You were there in 2016 trying to pick a fight with Russia through Ukraine, trying to fight a proxy war in Ukraine against Russia. Okay, you want to arm the Ukrainians and gas them up. You're going to win all this, that, and third, and trying to fight Russia to stabilize them. When Trump came in, that went away. And what did they say about Trump when his whole thing was to diffuse any kind of conflict between Russia, Ukraine, or anybody else? What did they say? Oh, that's Vladimir Putin's lapdog. How was he Vladimir Putin's lapdog when he wants to just avoid a bunch of innocent civilians being killed for no reason? Okay, like Europe or NATO, they want Ukraine to be part of NATO. Russia is saying no. NATO was saying yes. Ukraine's caught in the middle. And the civilians are now suffering because of outside pressure, outside forces. Trump was there to fight against it. Lindsey Graham and everyone else that's on that same type of wave are for it. This is why, in my humble opinion, Lindsey Graham is saying right now, yo, go ahead and kill Vladimir Putin. Do you know what would happen if you kill Vladimir Putin? Even if it's not an American at all, like an American with a Russian passport, American linked, even if it's not an American, the damage you do by having that happen would be immeasurable, okay? World War I started similarly when Gavrilo Princip killed Archduke Ferdinand. Tens of millions dead. And for what, though? Why? What, like, of course there was already conflict going on. There was already, you know, like a tinderbox ready to go off. But still, I mean, that action led to a bunch of other actions. And if you kill Vladimir Putin, it'd be the same way. World War III would most certainly start if you kill Vladimir Putin. It doesn't matter who does it. If he dies, if he gets killed, it's over. Okay? Nuclear winter. You waking up in the morning now, you're living in a southern state, it's 80 degrees, it's sunny, and birds are chirping, dogs are barking, chickens are chickening, you know, roosters crowing or whatever noise they got going on. Everything's all right. But then the next day you wake up, it's a nuclear cloud, ash, fallout. Why? Because of some money? Because of power? Why does it make a difference if everybody's dead or is close to dead? I mean, maybe Lindsey Graham has a bunker you can live in and he is totally cool with that for the rest of his life. But I don't know about y'all, but I want to continue to live my life and enjoy myself. I don't want to have to be living under nuclear winter, total government control, rations, or be dead all behind Ukraine. And my heart goes out to the innocent civilians of Ukraine. But again, when you spark conflict with nations and you use Ukraine as a tool, as a pawn in the game, this is what happens. You have innocent civilians that die. This could have been avoided if you didn't try to pressure Ukraine to become part of NATO. If you didn't want to use them as a proxy war battleground, the same as the Philippines back in the day. If we had the proper leadership in place, this wouldn't be going on, and that's the whole point. So Lindsey Graham, I mean, hey, if you want to die behind Ukraine, you can find a tall building and do what you want to do. Okay, you could base jump with no wingsuit, no parachute, whatever you want to do. That's your business, but don't drag us into it. Don't drag me into it, because I'm cool on that. I think most Americans, whether they be left, right, Democrat, Republican, Independent, most Americans don't want to fight over there in Ukraine. Okay, we just don't want to do it. We don't want to have Ukraine fall. We want them to be sovereign, but at the end of the day, that's not truly our business. That's just the reality of what it is. I mean, I feel the same way about Ukraine as I feel about any other nation that's being attacked or is going through war. Somalia, Yemen, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, etc. I feel the same way for them. I feel for the civilians that are losing their life. I feel for those that are having a hard time. You know, Afghanistan's going through food instability right now. It's starving to death. Healthcare has collapsed ever since the terrible pullout. I feel for them, but is that our business? I don't think so, and I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's the reason why Lindsey Graham would say something like that? Does he want to just spark the war? Want to keep poking the bear? Is it because of financial reasons? Is it because of power? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I'm not going to fight over in Ukraine. Okay. Now, if we have a fight in America, if America is being invaded, that's a different story because I'm an American citizen. I'm an American. I'm going to fight for my country the same as Ukrainians are fighting for their country. But I would not expect Ukrainians to come over here and fight for America if it doesn't involve them. Why would they? That's not their business. The same thing as that's not my business. Everyone, regardless of where you live, what nationality, color, whatever, everyone feels for innocent people that lose their life. If you're innocent, you're not involved, you're just a regular person living your life and you lose your life, we'll feel for you. But that's not enough to say, go kill Vladimir Putin and destroy the whole planet in the process. That's just completely dumb. And it reeks of, I'm trying to get money from the military industrial complex rather than abiding by the wills of my constituents in South Carolina and in the USA. So Lindsey Graham, I don't know what you need to apologize for that, really. Come out on TV and say, I'm sorry, not going to do it again. But you know what? Apologizing won't really fix it because over the years, you've demonstrated where you are in this whole thing. You want war. You want blood, while many of us do not. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.